Boom.
Hello, my YouTube friends! If you updated to OBS 32-1 and just clicked through without reading anything, there's a good chance you have audio monitoring set up wrong right now and you don't even know it. The mixer was completely rebuilt. The icons changed, the layout changed, and the most important toggle in the entire mixer, well, it's not where it used to be. Let me walk you through it so you know what time it is. Let's get to it! Here's what's been happening since OBS 32.1 dropped in mid-March. Forums and Reddit threads filled up almost immediately, people asking about these two tiny icons sitting next to every audio source in the mixer. Nobody knew what they did, the OBS help documentation hadn't caught up yet, and the answers being passed around in the comments were, well, some weren't exactly right. And on top of that, some users opened up OBS after updating and saw their entire audio layout had been shifted. Scenes and sources were up on the left and the audio mixer was down in the bottom. And of course, because most people, or a lot of people, used it horizontally and now it's vertical. And naturally, a lot of people assumed that the update broke something. I'm gonna break down exactly what changed, what every icon does, why your setup may look different, and why some of the things people are calling bugs are actually features.
Okay.
Let's start with the mixer itself.
Yeah.
The audio
Fixed
mixer
now,
in OBS 32.1 was rebuilt from the ground up by developer Warchamp 7. This wasn't a cosmetic refresh, the underlying architecture changed, and with that, a new default layout. For fresh installs, meaning if you install
so that's what was going on
a clean machine,
when they did
the
an
mixer now
update.
defaults to a vertical orientation instead
They
of a
updated some
horizontal one we're
stuff
used
and
to.
they
Now,
it's
if you're an
different now.
existing user who updated, your layout should have
Got a
carried
new
over
audio mixer.
from whatever you had before. I'm going to come back to the why does my layout look different than question in a minute, because there's a specific reason that trips people up. But the bigger story is what got added. Three things fundamentally changed how you interact with audio in OBS. First, new icons. Second, the ability to pin sources. And third, the mixer now shows sources from all scenes, not just your active ones. So let's take a look at each of these. Alright, the two icons. This is the question that's generated more confusion than anything else in the updates. So I want to be really precise here. The speaker icon, the one on the left, is your mute toggle. Click it and that source goes silent in your stream output. That's it. That's the whole thing. If your speaker is filled in, the audio is active. If it's crossed out or grayed, it's muted. Pretty straightforward. Now the headphone icon. This is the one that's causing the confusion, and for good reason, because this used to be buried 3 clicks deep. The headphone icon is your audio monitoring toggle. When you activate it, OBS will pipe that audio source through your headphones or whatever monitoring device you have set up. Now, assuming that you have your monitoring device set up in your OBS
There we go. Uh-oh. It's not good.
Easier to follow what will going to be happening at one particular point when the command or alert.
It's not good,
So
baby.
for now, we're not going to add anything here. We're going to click done and complete and save. And we're going to go to the next one that we want to do, which will going to be the follower. And also this one has a base already created and it's already activated. It was so fast. I didn't even heard it. I didn't place the duration to go enough. So you can play with the duration on the alert from here, but you can also in the actions over here, if you have actions added, you can have wait for all the actions to complete before allowing the command to be over. Duration still counts while actions are running. So you can enable this one or can disable in case you do not have any actions.
Turet Ediga, TV cheered at bits. They said this is a cheer alert.
No.
Rado is a legend.
So now, since I increased the duration of it, now it will gonna be playing all the TTS. So let's go to follower, and inside here we have also a base alert. In order to make this one a bit simpler, for example, I
got some money?
have already a follower alert. Let's just presume that I have a follower alert for a different platform, and I want to copy it from that platform.
You want me to
introduce it the same way
give you some money to go get some tea? Is that what you're trying to say?
Copy from. If you click it, then
Okay.
every single alert shows up. Also, your variations, your chat commands, your chatbot commands, Twitch points, Twitch extension, kick points, and chat match. They're all over here, and if you want to import it, you can import it. If I go all the way up and I search for bits, because I want to actually import exactly what we did on bits to import it to follower alert, I can click on it and I can click complete and save. And if I go over here, you're gonna see that the lights are, of course, reaction. It was like this before, but now we have on the chat username, cheered, amount of bits. They said message, basically exactly what it was in the bit section. Since this is a follower alert, we're not gonna use that. We're gonna just click on use default message and click yes. And now
They
was
rejected
changed
all
to
these.
username. It's now following. I can click done. Going to the TTS, I can do exactly the same thing. Use the default message, click yes, and we're gonna be changed to username. It's now following. You can always modify it and place anything you want here. You can also place very complex things inside using our variable system, but that we're gonna be into a different video where we're gonna go a bit more advanced with the variables and function variables that you can actually do some logic inside this particular box. I can click done and complete and save, and now we do have also the follower alert, and we do have also kick, right? So if I go on kick and go into the follower, and if I want to be exactly the same as I have it on Twitch, I can just edit, copy from, search for follower, Twitch follower, do a click, and then complete and save. After that, if I go and edit, now I do have exactly the same thing. Username just followed, and also the same TTS with the rough voice over here. I can change the voice if I want to, and let's go to my voices. I'm gonna use Naruto. I'm gonna click done, complete and save, and basically I just copied one alert and placed it into the next one. Let's talk about the hype train. The hype train alert has 4 alerts inside Lumia, and why is that? It's because we have a hype train started and a hype train end, right? These two are known for everybody, and then there is the hype train level progress. This means when you go from level 1 to level 2 or from level 2 to level 3 and you want to trigger another alert, you can place it over here, as well as you can create variations. For example, you got
here,
equal
Nugget.
to number
Hey,
5,
you gotta
and
go
you
fix
want
me
to do
some
something
tea in there
special
first.
when the hype train reaches
So, like,
level
8
5,
by
you can
8
actually
of them,
add a
look,
variation for that.
you know, they
this
got
one
2
will
of them
be
made
triggered
together.
instead of base alert.
Put
you
8
can
of them
always
in there.
click on this checkbox,
So it'll
and
be
also allow
16
just the variations
in all,
and
but it'd
this
be,
will gonna be skipped
8
in
of the
case
double things.
variations are
All
not
right.
actually matching. The hype train progressed. It's where you have a hype train and somebody actually adds something
Yeah.
to it, so the bar actually moves forward. This is also very useful. For example,
well, I
saw
mean,
somebody
she
get
said
a
that you
pretty
don't need
nice
to, you
animation
can't.
with the hype train,
What is she
where
saying?
every single
You ain't even
body
ready.
that
You're supposed to
was
be there at 1 o'clock.
contributing to the hype train
Yeah.
was actually making an animation.
What did she say?
A person
She
goes
said,
into
she could
train wagon, and it was actually
Okay.
going
Well, you already
more
been ready
persons in
already.
that train wagons, and it was making the train bigger.
Okay.
It was quite nice use case to actually have this alert. So we might actually create one of the overlays for it it in the near future because I did like very much the idea, and maybe I'm gonna just implement it myself. So after this, we're gonna go on our raid. For raid, we have also two alerts. We have raid when you actually got raided, and can make also tell you how many viewers they was raided on, and everything like that. And the other one, it's raid out. The raid out alert, it's actually what happens when you do the raid. So for example, after I raid out, I can go inside here and say actions. I want to go in my OBS and stop streaming. So I want my OBS to stop streaming after I do the raid, so I don't have to do that. I can do add action. I can also add a delay of, I don't know, 1 second. And if I want to, I can go and add a command runner to actually run a shell command and also close OBS entirely after doing the raid. So this is just a use case. We're not going to do that. So on entrances, if you add it, you have an entrance base alert where we're going to be doing something. But if you want only variations, you can add a variation, and if the username equals to, for example, CUHH_S7. I'm going to copy that as the name as well, just to know what it is doing. And if I click edit, I can say a welcome message. Done, complete, and save. And normally, if this was triggered, then it will going to actually say welcome and the username, right? And since it's Twitch, we can actually make this one to go on Twitch platform as well. And it can also reply to the username that was actually typing the message. So go complete and save, and I'm going to close Lumia. Let me actually minimize everything that I have behind. So if I close Lumia stream right now, and we're gonna start it back up. Okay, so now we have it connected. If you type a message, it should actually trigger. So after you set up all your alerts, you're gonna see that Lumia stream
Hey,
has
Kylie.
some basic commands already created for you, like red, green, blue, flash, police. And also if you go into the chatbot commands, you have here SO from shoutout, then commands, or list of all your commands. We're gonna give you the URL where users can find those commands, the uptime, since how long you were streaming, the follow age for the users, then the is here. This is the automatically it's triggered when Lumia it's actually starting up. This is here command, you can actually turn it off or on depending on what you want. Then you have a raffle for doing raffles. We're gonna go through those as well. Join queue, it's for viewer queue, where for example you're creating a queue of users to play with you, and then you want them to be in a queue, and then just select the next ones that are in queue to actually join your games. Then the points, these are for loyalty points. It's a currency system that you can create inside Lumia stream. You have also achievements based on the user profiles. Roulette, it's a mini game, as well as dual slots. And tournament allows you to create custom tournaments inside Lumia stream. We're gonna talk about those as well. Let's add some other connections where you're gonna be having some lights to play with, right? We're gonna go in our connections, and let's say we have some Govi products, and we're gonna search for Govi Cloud. And here you're gonna be required to get your API token. And on the right side, you're gonna find the tutorial on how to do it. Go on and open the mobile app, click on About Us, apply for key, and then you're gonna get email with the API key, and then you can introduce it over here. I can actually do that and get it on my side. I already have Govi API. So if I place the API key over here, I do see my lights, and right now I do want just the smart curtain lights and the rope that it's behind me. I'm gonna click next and refresh, and by default this is the Lumia color. You're gonna see your default state. If you go inside the creator, if you click default state, you're gonna see that it'll gonna go to this color every single time it's triggering an alert, a command, or anything. After it's finishing, you're gonna try to go back to the default state, which is this color. You can make it to be a scene or an animation as well. You can place it to be listening to your sound with Fuse. But for this, we're gonna go and talk also about themes, which is the native scenes. Everything that I'm talking right here, right now, it's available for free users. So all the users can actually do everything that I just shown, except the variations that's behind premium. But themes, native scenes, so the built-in scenes inside the app, you can use it for free. You can watch the tutorial on how to do the themes, but for us, we have just one connection right now. We can just click add theme, and inside here we can say default, and then we can actually activate the Govi Cloud. And for my curtain light, I can just use a Govi Cloud scene. And if you did created DIY scenes inside their app, you're going to be able to see them here and following by their own scenes inside. So let's actually go with transitions, for example. And if I click done and refresh, nothing will gonna happen because it's still gonna use my default state. So you go to the default state and then go to theme and select the default one that we just created, click refresh, and then you're gonna see that the colors on my curtain, Gobi curtain, will gonna be starting to change. Okay, let's add some more connections because we have more lights, not just one brand. If you are like me and have multiple, then every single time you do want to connect something with Lumia, you're gonna have to go inside the connections and add a new connection. For example, if we want to add LiFX, I can click that. I need my email and password. After you add your username and password, you're gonna have to authorize so to use your account. Click OK, and then after a few seconds, if you have your lights connected, it should be showing up in here. I do have